Hello everyone and welcome. This recording is an introduction video just to give you some brief information about the wheel of awareness practice and mindfulness in general. The wheel of awareness practice is a mindfulness practice developed by Dan Siegel. He's an American psychiatrist and neuroscientist who has done an awful lot of research into human development and brain development, including bringing together information from many different disciplines. So this extensive research led him to create this specific practice and describe it as a practice that has all the necessary elements to reduce cortisol levels, so reduce stress, improve immune function, optimize cardiovascular activity, reduce inflammation, and enhance general well-being, amongst other benefits. So according to Dan Siegel, this practice works well because it incorporates the practice of three main elements: focused attention, open awareness, and kind intention. So Dan uses the image of a wheel to guide us through this practice. So you may wish to imagine the wheel of a bike with its rim and a hub and spokes. If this is a helpful imagery for you, you can imagine the hub being the hub of attention or awareness, and the rim as having 4 different sections, which the practice will guide you through. So it will guide you through the senses, the interior of the body, mind activities, and relationships. Okay, so my next video will be the recording of this practice. But before we start, I just wanted to clarify or remind us all about a few important points around mindfulness. So the first point is there is no right or wrong way. There is simply your experience at that particular moment, so moment by moment. The aim is simply to reduce that, to notice that experience, to be aware of it, whatever that experience is. It is absolutely okay to have thoughts and to get distracted. Minds are made to wander and will constantly do that, seeking to make meaning, to bring thoughts, images, memories into awareness. The goal is to just gently bring the mind back to what we want to focus on at each moment. So it's a practice, and it will be easier or harder at different times. So let's keep the goal of just noticing and being curious in mind. Mindfulness practice can lead to feeling peaceful and grounded, and it can also get us in touch with discomfort, pain, and various other feelings. It can get us in touch with difficult memories, thoughts, and images. So it's really important to be aware of your own experience each time and make your own choices about how to work with those feelings. You may choose to stay with a difficult sensation or feeling, approaching it with curiosity and patience, or you may choose to shift away from that sensation if that feels too destabilizing at a particular time. If that's the case, you can always find a different focus of attention to reground your body, reduce the intensity of the feelings, and then return to the practice later on when your body is feeling more grounded. So if you need to do that, this can be done by paying attention to the breath, for instance, or finding a visual point in the room that feels a bit more neutral or grounding. You can choose to pay attention to sounds, or you can move, even getting a glass of water or connecting with a pet. So before beginning a practice, perhaps you can have a think about what might feel grounding for you should you need to take a break. The wheel of awareness is usually done as a stationary practice. That means you might be sitting down or lying down. But of course, we all know that the most important is that you find a way of practicing mindfulness that suits you and your body best. So find a posture that works best for you and move if you need to move, even standing. It might be also useful to say that there will be benefits in using any of the various elements of this practice separately. So if you happen to struggle to do the 25-30 minute practice, use the different parts of it as it feels useful at any given time. So you can try just bringing sound to awareness, for instance, for a couple of minutes, or try a brief body scan. You can find a grounding visual point in the room and experience just being with whatever comes to mind for a couple of minutes. Or you can just do the last part of the rim if that will help you feel more connected. Well, I hope you will give it a try. Stay curious and make any adjustments that are needed to make it useful to you, to your body.